Hello, everybody, and welcome to Superhero Speak. I'm your host, Dave.
And I'm the other half of the dynamic Dave and Don duo, Don.
The dynamic Dave and Don duo, the quadruple Ds.
There you go. What's better than double D's? Quadruple.
I knew a girl with quadruple Ds once. Anyway,
Wow.
we're back.
We're back.
Yes. Hey, hello, Anthony.
Why'd you call him Anthony?
Because my nephew's Anthony and we call him Anthony.
I see. Welcome. Thanks for chatting, Anthony.
Yes.
Great to see you.
We were technically off Sunday. We had an interview we did with our good friend Rich Dewick that we streamed instead of coming live, and so now we're back. We got some nerd news to get caught up on. I don't even have the email in front of me because I got distracted with a video game before we got on here. I know we got some MCU news to talk about. The possible return of someone. We got some comic book news. We have got some news about New Mutants. You brought me this article. But it's like everywhere now. What else? Oh, they didn't say who's going to be the producer for XMen, so we'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Some interesting Snyderverse controversy, and then a Batman controversy as well that we'll get into, and whatever else comes up, because it's kind of a free for all. So yeah, with all that saying, let's Anthony says that's nothing new. My family calls me Ant. Chip Sardesky, Captain America. I don't know. We'll talk about that. All right. So, with all that being said, how are you, sir? We haven't been on for a week. Anything new in your world? Anything old?
Nah, man, I am just busy as hell. I'm trying to get some sort of book review done for the channel here this week, and honestly, that's going to have to wait until Saturday. Running a Star Wars tabletop. I haven't had a whole lot of chance to prepare, so it's like between now and like Friday, that's what I got to do with any of my free time. But listen, that's enough time, and it's on me because, like you said, we took Sunday off, which was really awesome for me all around because we just had nothing scheduled for Sunday. It was kind of rainy, weather was blah, and I literally just sat and played a video game like all day from time to got up till time to go to bed. Obviously I have kids and stuff, so I had to deal with them and feed them, things like that. But other than that, it was like, I was just doing this video game marathon, which is always nice. But I did have that video of ours in the background with Rich there, and it's funny, that we talked a lot about AI art and AI story making while we were in New York Comic Con. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you check out those videos right after you like, subscribe, and all that shit. But it's funny because really I feel we can summarize what we learned as in AI is not going to stop people that love to create from creating, and that artists, professionals, people striving to be artist professionals can tell AI is pretty much mediocre, so they just see it as the spread of mediocrity, which they strive to be better than, which it feels a really healthy and correct attitude. But now we're almost seeing it go the other way around, where there are people that make like magic cards that are being accused of using AI, and they're literally like providing step by step how they created this image to prove that. So it's just it's how that pendulum swings. Now everything Just like when Photoshop, I guess, first came out, you know, it's like, oh, it's Photoshop, you know, everything's on here. Oh, that's Photoshop. Ah, that's Photoshop. Now it's like, oh, that's AI. That's AI. You know, to the untrained eye, you know, the internet a-holes, you know, like us.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that just made me think of that. So yeah, but that's how my time's been spent. Pretty much just
that's an interesting point too, because I do think we're getting, unfortunately, AI is getting better, so we're getting to the point where it is going to be difficult to tell in some cases if it's real or AI. And you know, I mean, it's like an artist having to come out and show how they made, like, unless an artist is posting videos of him actually drawing or painting or whatever, you know, more and more people are going to be accused of it.
Like, it's something they have to prepare for now these days. It's like, oh, I have to have these several steps documented. That way I can always just whip it out and prove it's not AI.
Yeah, well, the last time I whipped it out, I got in trouble.
Oh, inappropriate joke of the week. Remember that bit?
Yes. Yeah. John's not here anymore, so it's not fun.
Right.
I you know, it's funny because I did talk about this the Wednesday we got back. That it was real busy for me at work. You know, we do things in 2-week iterations, and like, so I missed the first half of the iteration, so it's running and getting stuff caught up. I did get all my work done though, and then today started the new iteration, so that was good. But it was busy, you know, and then the girlfriend's been under the weather on and off. Like last weekend, Saturday, she was sick in bed all day, so we got together Sunday. That was the other reason why I decided to do the pre-recorded episode, and then she seemed fine, and we went out last night, and then I was just talking to her earlier, and she actually came home from work early because she had a fever. They told her to go home, and she said she was in bed for most of the afternoon. So yeah, you know, and it's funny because we both realized, so this is how good we are. We both realized, oh, this week is the anniversary of when we met. You know, it's 4 years on Fridays of the day we met in person, you know, because we actually met on a dating app, and we're talking for a little bit before we met in person. So Friday will be the 4-year anniversary of the first time we met face to face. And yeah, so it's just like we were trying to figure out, like, oh, what we might do to celebrate, and then she's like, I don't know if I can do anything. So, you know, fun times.
Yeah, it's like she got, you know, con crud. You know, it couldn't beat you, so it got to her.
Feels that way. Don't tell her I said that. But yeah, there's, like, it's funny because there isn't much. You did mention that right before we started that I haven't been watching Twisted Metal, so I do need to get back to that because there's nothing else to watch right now. It's just annoying. There's a game. I sent you a link, didn't I?
I think you did.
Hold on. I can look at my text messages to see. Yeah, so I sent you this game. It's called Dispatch. It just came out. It's by an independent studio. And the reason I sent it to you, at first I thought it was a cartoon. You watch the ad, you think it's a cartoon. And then when you, like, realize it's a game and it's shell shading and there's a lot of cutscenes and stuff, and it's all about making decisions and whatnot. And it's funny because it's very reminiscent of Invincible, that kind of world where there's, like, superheroes, but they're not perfect, and there's all that kind of stuff going on. And that's why I sent it to you, because I thought maybe you had seen it because of your love for Invincible. But no, it's weird. It came across my feed. So I'm actually trying to figure out how I can play it, and it's available on PlayStation and Steam. But it's a PC game, and I have a
You have
Mac.
them. Yep.
So
Macintosh.
there is, like, I've heard you can run virtual machines on the Mac to play them. So I'm going to look into that. So I want to try it, and it's not that expensive. And it looks really good. So it's like the first game I've kind of been excited about in a while. So,
Oh, nice.
because it's like, I like the idea of it's an independent game, it's its own story, it's a superhero story, and it's definitely borrowing elements from different things. And I'm like, this could be fun. So yeah,
Very good.
yeah. But other than that, nope, don't have anything exciting going on. We're gonna get into the news, but I think before we do that, our good friend Dark Don is going to tell you that you can find more superhero speak.
Darth Don here. You must subscribe to Superhero Speak if you haven't already. And if you have already, make another account and subscribe again. You also will like this video. And while you're on the HoloNet, go to superheroespeak.com. Find the links to our merch and purchase one of our shirts. Don't skimp on the shipping, or else I will trap you in a box with an agitated gundark named Brie Lawson. I would just force lightning you, but we don't have that in the effects budget. Now, back to the show.
Oh, and I forgot to mention, we didn't get to the show on Sunday. Both of our teams won. Your team won by a lot.
Yeah.
So yay to the Eagles and the Browns.
Yeah. Although we're going nowhere, so it's, I didn't even watch it. Like I truly did just sit there and play a video. So, that's how that goes. I don't watch and they win. So
then maybe you're gonna.
Maybe that needs to be a trend.
Yeah. All right, let's talk some news. All right, it's time for some nerd news. So the first one, you brought this article to my attention. Josh Boone, who directed the New Mutants movie for Fox, technically the last Fox superhero movie, XMen related movie that they made before Disney bought them and whatnot. And we all know the story. It got shelved for years, and then finally Disney's like, all right, we'll put it on Disney Plus. People can watch it. And he basically, it's funny because the way the headlines have been written on it, it's like he slammed the experience. And yeah, he didn't say he had a great experience. In fact, he said he would never do it again. But he also was talking about how he was dealing with the fact that the studio was sold. They knew that, like, when they were working on the movie, so no one was like excited to finish it. It was during COVID, so they lost a lot of production time because of the virus, and it was just a horrible experience altogether. Not necessarily saying I don't feel like he necessarily was saying it was a terrible movie. He was saying it was a terrible experience. Like, I don't know. What did you think? Because we watched the movie and it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the theaters to see this movie. It actually did get released in the theaters, but it was during a really weird time with COVID, and it was really one of the last movies to go into theaters before there was this huge just stoppage of everything. And I really enjoyed the movie. Honestly, I thought it was very good. I thought it was very cool. A little horror movie dealing with the New Mutants. I thought the writing was decent, and I thought the casting was awesome, and the acting was great. So I was surprised to see implications that, yeah, the director, was throwing any shade at it. But as you pointed out, and I will reinforce, reading through that, he really more talked about the experience.
Yeah.
All of which you just mentioned. He did allude to it wasn't, the movie he wanted to like end up with. It wasn't his exact vision per se. But again, I'm sure that was greatly affected by the fact that, like you said, the company was being sold. Like today, I had to do some analysis for the COO of the company. Okay, and let's imagine the company was being sold, which I know. Okay, this COO is out of here in like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to spend any time on it whatsoever. I'm just going to just get it out there, get it done, get it off my list. I'm not going to give two shits, about the quality. And, that's kind of how I feel here. Studio's always meddle, so I'm sure there's that part. And we don't know how much is, the studio meddling contributing to him saying, oh, well, it's just, this wasn't my exact vision. So, and again, I always question why this movie gets dumped on so bad. I really, really do. I really enjoyed it.
One of the things that was, though, I did think when I was reading this is because I didn't realize they knew this the movie, the studio was sold while they were working on the movie. So
yeah,
it's fascinating because the movie definitely ends setting up sequels.
sure.
they get
Mr. Sinister. Yeah, I mean,
right. They get free and they're like free to go, and they're leaving the hospital, for lack of a better term, and because the force field's down, and like that's how it ends. So you're like, oh well, what happens next to these kids that are like, with these mutant powers that are now wandering around the world? And it was like, nah.
Well, listen, I still think that they could pick up off from it. They could pick up right where that left off. I mean, they could do it because we're in the multiverse, and they could just say, okay, that's one of the multiverse, or honestly, that could be just kind of where they pick up from.
Was it you who said it? Somebody said, well, what if these are the X-Men of the 616 universe, and we didn't know about them because they were all trapped,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
I really wish this movie would get more love, because I really don't understand what the actual fuck is wrong with
it. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it was a decent movie. It was better than some of the X-Men movies.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
And with Anna Taylor-Joy, I thought was the perfect Magic, and I would just hate to see anyone else be her.
Yeah.
I want to see Magic in the MCU. So I do want to see that.
And you want to see her find her brother, I know. All right. Well, let's move on to comics. Actually, I'll answer Anthony's question now. He asked, what did we think of Chip Zdarsky's Captain America? And I have to be honest, I have about 3 of the books, and I haven't read them yet. Because I like Chip Zdarsky's writing. I've liked a lot of stuff that he's done. That's why I picked the books up. But I forgot that I had them, and I can actually see them over there sitting in my bureau. So
I do know that it's supposed to have like large implications, to the Marvel universe, but they do that once every 5 years, something. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't.
So I'll make a promise to our new watcher here that I will read the books and I will put out a review on our social medias. So keep an eye out for that coming sometime this week. So all right. Speaking of your favorites, the X-Men, so there was a beloved character. So that was the title of the one article I read.
Mm-hmm.
That we all know that died not that long ago in the comics. She has a connection to your favorite character, Colossus. That, of course, is Kitty Pryde. And apparently, she's back in ghost form, which I thought was a weird choice. I can't remember them doing that in at least in recent memory in the comics.
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll correct me.
So,
no,
I mean, in ghost form, yeah. I mean, I'm intrigued, but I'm certainly not aware. I mean, she has. It's actually kind of a trope of Kitty Pryde's in the comics to kind of like die, go away for a little bit, and then come back. I remember when back in the Astonishing X-Men, Josh Whedon's run, which I know is, I know it sucks that like my second favorite X-Men writer is an a-hole, but I digress. In that storyline, she got stuck in like a big metal bullet that was just going through space. And then I remember at some point after that, during the Krakoan era, like she got drowned by Sebastian Shaw, but they did revive people during that era, so she came back. So I'm not aware of, this, I guess, whatever death that caused her to be a ghost. So I'll have to be more informed there. But I'm still mad at Kitty Pryde because she left Colossus at the altar. So,
well, she's a comic book character. She's not allowed to like get married and be happy. Them's the rules.
Okay, then don't do like a whole big wedding arc. It was a whole thing, and then just right at the end, as Colossus goes to put the ring on the finger, which if you don't want to do this, I'm just saying like this is way not the time to do it. But he goes to put the ring on her finger and she phases through it and it doesn't happen, and she explains why she can't do this, blah blah blah. And then that's when Gambit and Rogue step in and say, hey, everyone's here, we should get married, and they do it. So anyway, Colossus is a character that gets kicked in the nuts a lot. So I'm like, oh, come on. God damn you, Kitty Pryde.
It's funny because now I think about it, the other, now they didn't actually get married, but the other famous breakup, as it were, in Marvel Comics, Spider-Man and Mary Jane, and that was Mary Jane making a deal with Mephisto to erase the marriage. So it's always the women that screw up in the comics, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they're very strange. Like, we talk about Kitty Pryde, like her three major love interests in the Marvel Universe is Pyotr Rasputin, which is Colossus, then Peter Quill, and Peter Parker. So she's actually got a thing for Peters.
I think most women do.
Just more literal with her.
Yes, more literal with her. So yeah, I think we might have to pick up a X book or two, see what's going on, because
I need to get the app because I am pretty much a recluse with working from home and stuff. And I know the app you have to wait like I think it's 60 days or some shit.
6 months.
6 months. So yeah, that is a big lag time.
Yeah, but it's 6 months is better than not reading them at all.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think it's time. I think it's 6 months is because that's how long it normally takes for them to get collected in a trade paperback, So, all right, let's stick with the X-Men for a second. So Sebastian Broussard, who was the producer for Ant-Man, Captain America, Doctor Strange, and Loki, the Loki TV show, is reportedly going to produce the Marvel Studios X-Men movie.
Yeah.
Which is funny because the article that I originally saw it on was saying fans are disappointed, right? Because this was announced on X by one of the scoopers or whatnot, and they're saying that it's disappointed because they showed one reply, which tells me about the writer of the article.
Yeah, these fucking writers, man.
It's like, oh, another white guy, and it's just like, okay, what does that have to do with anything? Like most of, and it's one reply, and then I'm looking at I went on the X and I actually looked at what people were saying, and it was like, people were like, oh, well, it's kind of 50-50 with the movies that he did produce, but like the first Ant-Man movie was great, I thought.
Right, those are all bangers, right? Like you said, Ant-Man, that was a banger. We said Captain America,
Doctor Strange, but but Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is it's got issues. Loki is great, so yeah, and again, a producer does have some say in it, of course, obviously, but it comes down to a lot of it comes down to the script and the director, so we'll see. Yeah, I trust it.
Makes me excited. Just that list right there. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if I think of one of my favorite aspects of the Avengers centric MCU of the past, / current, I guess, is Captain America, and that character in general. And I feel that first movie really nailed that character and set the tone for that character moving forward. As a great actor that plays that role. So I give that movie a lot of credit. And so, yeah, I don't know why anyone would be upset. This guy's track record seems to point, this should be pretty quality. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as they do the X-Men right, you'll be happy.
Yeah, well, but what is right anymore? Like I'm 45, and yeah, my X-Men is like the giant size X-Men from the X-Men arcade, Pride of the X-Men, or X-Men, the 90s animated series like Jim Lee, Chris Claremont, in the mansion in Westchester.
Right.
That's my X-Men. But that was 40 years ago, 40 plus years ago. So
yeah,
can be interpreted in a lot of ways where they can go with this.
Yeah, and it's tough to go back and do the original lineup at this point because everyone wants Wolverine. So
I think you'll have to incorporate. I think they should stick with the original 5, but I absolutely think there should be some sort of Wolverine. Probably even, and since Hulk can't have his own movies, it's a perfect place to put like a Wolverine Hulk subplot. And you don't have to go anywhere with it. It's just like you're going to see Wolverine in the Hulk fight. Yay. That's all you need.
Yeah, well, they teased it, and I think a lot of people want it at this point. So we shall see. All right. I'm afraid to talk about this next story because what you call it? I'm just so tired of the Snyder bots. So Netflix, the French X account, social media, whatever, posted a picture on their account, and it's Black Adam and Superman in the from the Black Adam movie, the post-credit scene. And it says it in French, but it says 1v1, who wins? Black Adam is available. So basically it was just saying that's really what they were doing. They were trying to be clever and say, oh, the movie's available now on Netflix. Go watch it. But of course, it did start all of the nonsense again online of bring back the Snyderverse. Oh, Netflix should work with Zack Snyder and finish up the Snyderverse, which again, they don't own the property. Warner Brothers DC owns those characters, so Zack Snyder can't just make the movies he wants. Do you think that the Snyder bots will ever stop?
Probably not till they're all dead.
That's terrible.
That's the truth. But, this is their, I guess, opportunity, though, right now, because we could maybe say that the DCU is a little bit out of a weak point with the Peacemaker finale not going over well, people claiming that Superman didn't make money. I'm even starting to see reports that people really don't want James Gunn to be as available as he is. And then with the whole WB thing could be sold at some point here. I just think this is at least what they perceive as their best opportunity to get a jab in here, because it is completely possible that someone does come in by Warner Brothers, and whoever that is really is cool with Snyder and says, fuck it, let's end your story here. Which I'm not a Snyder bot. I wouldn't be opposed to, because I was interested in it. But I digress. So will they ever go away? Like I said, but eventually I'll clean it up. But
I don't know. No, I don't think they're going to go away. There are people that are butthurt, and of course, the internet gives everyone a voice, and unfortunately, it gives voices to people who probably should just sit down and be quiet. But that being said, I don't see, because here's the thing: the movies made less and less money, and end up, Justice League lost a lot of money. People, the average moviegoer wasn't into the Snyderverse. Are there dedicated fans? Yes, but when you try to make movies, you try to make quote unquote blockbuster movies that have what some would consider cult followings, they always fail. You know what? The most perfect example of them trying so hard to make a franchise work, but it keeps failing, is Tron. The original Tron was a box office bomb. It got Steam and home video and had a cult following. And then they made the second one, I can't remember what it's called, Tron Legacy, which kind of made money but really didn't. It was a failure. And now Tron Ares is a huge bomb. And it's just it's a kind of a cool concept, but there's only a handful of people who really want these movies, Well,
what's a cool concept with Tron? If it was a video game, how about that?
Yes, I don't understand why they didn't try to just cash in and make it a successful video game series.
That's the only game that will never ever be remade in the history of video games is Tron. But they'll have 18 movies about it.
They've had games, but
Yeah, they've had them, but it was big back in the day. Big,
right? I was about to say
arcade cabinet at every Hills or Sears or whatever fucking department store you grew up with.
Which
But
I don't understand why they didn't make a game for every movie that came out and heavily promote that.
They never even tried. They just fuck it, the movie. Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, I kind of feel like the Snyderverse is going to go that way.
Well, listen, no, there's no other way that it's going to go, though. Even me, who says, I'd love to see the story finished. How exactly are we going to do that? Let's look at the cast here. Okay, maybe we could get Henry Cavill to be Superman again. All right. Maybe we could get Jason Momoa to be Aquaman again. Okay. Let's maybe we can get Ezra Miller. Oh wait, no, he beats up women, so we can't hire him ever again. Hey, how about Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman? We'll bring. Oh wait, everyone hates her. The cyborg guy, and I can't even remember, but he did. But I remember he had some sort of beef. So it's like they're never going to bring these people back together again.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Ben Affleck. Okay, they could probably bring. They probably will. I swear Ben Affleck's going to get his own Batman movie one day. But yeah, like all the actors that play the Justice League aren't exactly all upstanding. So it is a pipe dream of all pipe dreams.
We need to be corrected. They did come out with a game, Tron Evolution, in 2010 that was a tie-in.
Oh, okay. There we go.
To the Tron Legacy movie. So I don't remember that, but again, I didn't see the movie, nor did I. Well, I saw the movie years later on like home video. But I never played the game. So yeah,
the fact that I don't know about it tells you
yeah,
all you need to know about the game sucked, I'm sure.
All right, shall we get a little controversial?
Yeah, why not?
All right, so I had posted a video. Was it on Friday or Saturday on the channel? Short little video talking about. No, Monday. I posted it Monday because, and the only reason I know it was Monday is I recorded it at the same time I recorded the intro for Rich's interview. So, we had. Hold on, I want to bring my notes up because I want to make sure I don't get anyone's name wrong. So Chuck Dixon, creator of Bane, wrote for DC for many years. We've had him on the podcast. He how do I say this? He did get kind of blackballed from the industry because of he's a conservative, because of his political views. I had posted a picture on his social media. The picture was drawn by Sergio Cariello, who is a comic book artist, and the picture was Batman like arresting a couple of Antifa people, right? And like that got my interest, but I found out that it was in response to. Oh man, I can't believe I did this. I clicked away from the notes. Daniel Warren Johnson, who is also a comic book artist. I don't know. He doesn't currently work on Absolute Batman, but like he drew a sketch. It's both of them are definitely the absolute version of Batman, where he's super bulky,
Yeah.
And he's got his hands on the neck or on the head of an ICE agent about to break his neck. Like it's not him arresting him; he's gonna kill him. Which led to like controversy online and people like starting the debate. What side would Batman be on? And it's kind of gotten out of hand. What I found interesting were when Chuck posted that picture, he had people coming in and saying, "Oh, no, Batman wouldn't be on the side of ICE and go after Antifa. You should read a Batman comic." And I'm just like, this guy wrote for Batman for many years. He created one of his main villains. Like, no, you don't get to say that.
Imagine that, people that are ignorant saying shit online. Anyway,
so okay. So in my opinion, and this is what I said in the video, is that he would definitely side with. I wouldn't even necessarily say he would side with ICE, but he would go after Antifa because they're known to cause chaos and people get hurt when they get involved in things, in these protests and whatnot. They tend to rile things up and make it worse, and people get hurt. And Batman would be opposed to that. And he wouldn't stop ICE because they're law enforcement that are just doing a job. They're hired to do this. Agree with them or not, like, that's their job, is to to get illegal immigrants out of the country. And we got some interesting comments on the video as well. So it's just like, and the thing is too, because the picture again, he's not capturing the ICE agent. He's about to kill him. He's about to break his neck. And Batman of the comics doesn't kill, right? Like, yeah, in popular movies, they've had him kill, and I don't like that when they do that. He's got guns on the Batmobile, or he blows things up, and there's people involved, and and it's just like, no, because the lesson that he learns as a small child is that murder is wrong, killing people is wrong, and he wants to protect people and make criminals fear him. That's his drive. So like, I just feel like, no, he wouldn't kill an ICE agent. Maybe he would stop him if he thought he was doing something wrong, but he wouldn't kill him. So I spoke a lot. If people want to hear more of my thoughts on it, they can go check out that video. But what do you think, Don?
Yeah, that's real funny because, with the people saying read a Batman comic, showing their ignorance. And I think the whole scenario is ignorant, because what would Batman do in this situation? Well, as Batman fans, and I'm not a Batman fan, but as Batman fans should be able to point out, what Batman would do was he would do whatever he can to prevent the ICE and the Antifa guys from hurting each other or any civilians. And then he would work towards stopping the people that are controlling the Antifa and the ICE operatives, agents, as you would say. So attacking an ICE agent or attacking someone from Antifa would simply just not be something that any Batman would ever do. So it's funny to me that this is, even a debate, and we really have to get past this whole, we have to react and spit venom anytime someone that's an expressionist / artist expresses himself in some way. So this time it was decided that he wanted to use Batman, and then all of a sudden people get in a debate and are ignorant in the debate about what Batman will do. It's just very, very silly. But Batman's gonna protect innocent people, and yeah, he's gonna protect these people. He's not gonna hurt anybody. He's gonna go after the real bad guy, which is people pulling the strings, the rich people.
That's actually that's actually probably the best point. He would want to stop the chaos, so he would stop the people who were in charge or funding or giving the orders. Because he doesn't go after every Joker thug. He goes after the Joker. He doesn't go after all his henchmen. He doesn't go after
Like in The Dark Knight, when Harvey Dent has that Joker thug, which by the it was played by the actor that we were like 30 feet away from a New York Comic Con. Anyway, you know, he's threatening him with the gun, and then Batman interrupts him, and Batman tells him all about this dude. He's like, here's conditions, like what else do you think you're gonna learn? You know, Batman knew all that shit, and he didn't ever have to interrogate the guy or whatever. So yeah, it's wholly beneath anything Batman or absolute Batman would ever do.
All right. So what you're saying is Batman would go after why can't I think of the guy's name? The German guy they say that funds everything.
George Soros?
Yes, he would go after George Soros and Donald Trump.
Maybe.
Okay. Sounds good. So if you guys are watching this and you made those art, that's what you have to draw next. So if you drew the ice one, just draw them capturing Trump. If you drew the Antifa one, draw them capturing Santos, George Santos, and we'll be done with it. You know, like yeah. hit the nail right on the head. So all right, well, that's all the news I got for this week. So I think it's time we need to ask that question.
What did we learn on the show tonight?
What did you learn, Don? Or do you have any recommendations?
Yeah, I learned that people talking about Batman on the internet are not learned in statements. But hey, that's what the internet's for, right? So recommendations. I just recommend Dave finish Twisted Metal. And I recommend I don't know, that something cool happened in the world of comics and nerddom that we can talk about more, or else it might just be news till the next movie or show, which I think is a Star Wars. I think we got a Star Wars coming up. I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, we got that in Wonder Man. So.
Oh yeah, Wonder Man, which yeah, that's going to be an interesting one.
Huh. Well, I'm going to recommend. Wait. What did I learn? I learned that Don wants Batman to go after Donald Trump. That's and he wants a movie with Colossus, Kitty Pryde teamed up, and Magic getting their back. I think that would make you the happiest person on earth.
Why not?
Yeah, and a bunch of Peters.
But hey, Thrawn says, "Just miss you guys." Well, why are you shooting at us?
No, because you can tell we're wrapping up, and he was late to the party. All right, so I will recommend. See this QR code in the upper corner here? Oh, wrong hand. I recommend that you scan that QR code, because that'll take you right to our merch shop, where you can get all of your greatest, wonderful gifts for Christmas. Some superhero speak merch like this wonderful tie-dye t-shirt, or you can get coffee mugs, or I should have left it up while I'm saying it. Coffee mugs, or phone cases. There's pillows, there's stickers and buttons, and lots of great stuff. So
while supplies last, hurry up and buy.
Yes, and if you haven't done so yet, make sure you click that like button, hit that subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, so you don't miss us when we go here live on Wednesday and Sunday nights. And yeah, that's it. That is all I got. I don't know what to recommend, because Thrawn with the Brie Larson joke. I ain't here for you, princess. I'm here for your Brie Larson. My Brie Larson. All right, yeah, and I don't really have anything recommended. I don't know what we're going to be talking about on Sunday. We will figure that out. But until then, as always, thanks for watching. Don't let your cape get caught in the door. See you next time. Oop, gotta hit the button.
If you haven't done so yet, subscribe. It really keeps this podcast alive. Smash the like button if you please. It gives us what we need. Maybe leave a comment or two. It's a really nice thing to do. And what